Next time there's
They were doing it?
Oh, good.
Are there any more?
Is there anybody else who has finished their work that needs a donut?
We're finished
That
what
can
work?
show me their work to prove it.
For what work? The work
That's not
for...
work. Sorry, he has really long arms.
Miss, you were here, she went.
Oh, I was here yesterday, but the day before I went. Were you here?
I did.
Jesus, get a damn donut.
Alrighty.
Get them done.
Did you hear me?
Now that we have our donuts distributed,
Miss, Jesus wants a donut.
Jesus
Miss,
didn't do
what's
his
up,
work.
Sky?
Yes, he did.
Jesus has a blank chart.
Miss,
Oh
what's
shit, Jesus.
Miss,
Oh, you didn't know that word.
Miss, what's up, Sky?
I actually smart.
Yeah,
I said
Smart.
strawberry.
After children have a satellite.
Miss Smart.
Yes.
No, Miss Smart. Raymond. I could have showed you the cat.
No. Alright, donut moment is over other than those individuals who are enjoying them and those individuals who are jealous. I would like to know what y'all said for what would inspire you to start a revolution. Please raise your hand so I don't have a chorus of children. Someone raise your hand to share with me what would inspire you to start a revolution. Samantha,
Physical abuse on unjustified reasons.
are you okay with physical abuse for justified reasons?
Yes.
Alright then. That's a good answer. Sandra, what's your answer?
Well, for one, there would have to be a good cause and a bunch of people who are willing to fight for a right.
What would be a good cause for you? Does anybody else have an answer they would like to share? Raymond.
Pressure from the government.
Okay, excellent. What else?
Okay.
Like if our ruler sucked. If our ruler sucked.
The feeling of being free.
Free. Perfect. Okay. All of these. Yes, Bethel. No? Okay, all these answers you are giving me are awesome because they show that you guys have been influenced by the Enlightenment thinkers. Before the Enlightenment, people just kind of accepted that their rulers would rule them. Like, the king is the king, and there's not a lot I can do about it. Like, he is going to do whatever he wants. I do not have a huge say in the government, and there's not much I can do. Once the Enlightenment thinkers came along, they actually started to consider, like, do people have things that we deserve always? Are there, like, certain things that our government should do or shouldn't do? And the idea that, like, you guys would rebel against your government because, Sam, stop talking, because you believe you can change it if, like, you're being oppressed by the ruler or if you don't have the freedom to be free. Like, those things come from the Enlightenment. I put this picture up here because it's from the French Revolution, which is what we are moving into. I don't speak French, but basically,
I speak French.
Does anybody in this room speak French?
Madeline speaks
Madeline speaks French. I
Madeline
made
speaks
that
French.
kid think I said.
Basically, it means like united and like undivided. The
I'm Spanish
Republic
Catholic.
of freedom, equality, and brotherhood, fraternity. To the death. And that was like what they were rebelling for in France. They wanted freedom, equality, and brotherhood of all people. And they were willing to fight to the death.
A la muerte.
And they were inspired by Enlightenment thinkers, and that's why they did it. Okay, guys, so I realized yesterday that when you were working on your little document analysis worksheet for Jefferson, that some of you seemed a little aimless about exactly like what point do these documents make? Like, what can I use these documents for? So, I wanted to remind y'all of the topic of the DBQ that you are working on. Remember that each of the documents that we are going to be analyzing.
What you braiding for? Stop pointing one.
Each of the documents you are analyzing go towards answering this question. You will eventually use them to write an essay that answers this question. How did the ideas in the Enlightenment impact the governments of the 18th and 19th century? In your notebook right now, I want you to give this its own page and write down the DBQ topic and the question. Okay? So that you actually have this information. And then I can say to you, remember, look at your DBQ topic.
Another DBQ. You've already been starting it.
Yes, we've been working on it. Yes, Vanessa.
Yes.
Actually, can you write down this question first? It'll only take you a second. Okay, if that helps you to think that, like, what this means is that we must connect the Enlightenment to the American Revolution, French Revolution, English Civil War, and Latin American revolutions, write that down too, if that helps. To translate that into this, feel free to write it down. But you must write down the question and the fact that it says essential deviation from topic with 4 exclamation points. Yes, ma'am.
I wrote
Those 4 in the bottom were in the 18th and 19th century. When was the American Revolution?
Just a lag, man.
74?
Well, independence was 1776 and our constitution was 1759. I think it was 1775 to 1759.
But that is not the 18th
Yep, you ruined my
and
life,
19th
miss. You
century,
ruined my
so
life.
that doesn't answer the question.
1776 to 1859.
Why?
Guys, remember that the 18th century refers to the 1700s, and the 19th century refers to the 1800s.
What?
Because that's just how it works. It's
That's
the
retarded.
just like the 21st century.
it's like because this year 0 to like 100, it's like year 85, but it's the first century. And then year 100 to 200 is like year 185, but it's the second century. Does that make sense?
That made less sense.
That's just
It's because you couldn't count it. You couldn't say the 0th century.
Like, yes.
Could have said the Jews.
Well, then you say the first
But you're pretty good thinking about that. They knew it was
She
not
said I
clear
could have
zero. I would have to start basing that off of cracks and then like make it like a uniform universal.
It will clearly say
They
that.
say that's follow the Christian religion, guys. See, if I was ill,
I would be really upset. I was just thinking about that.
What are you talking about?
Because like
Years.
the way it started year 0 and year 1 after Christ's death, and if we were Islam, we'd be pretty pissed. Like how come
There are
after
people in the
our
world
God?
who do not follow that calendar. I was just reading about how in Ethiopia they have their own calendar called the Ethiopian calendar.
So what year is it for them?
It's like 2001 or something. Or like they have like 7 or 8 years of lag. They have a 12-month year with a like 7-day 13th month.
13? It's 70.
It's not a whole 30 days long. It's crazy.
But
It's
they
like
follow the centuries?
mind blowing.
They follow the centuries?
No, because they're using all that stuff. But like
How long
year
has
1999
this-
is still in the 20th
So when they
century,
explain
but-
their history to you, you're just like, I don't understand.
Yeah. And like when you get an airplane flight in and out of there, like the day that you land does not match like the day that they say it is.
So it can be
Like a time
real.
Time traveling.
Yes.
How long have they used that?
Real outer limits.